America is made by the immigrants. Until now, the immigrant investors or entrepreneurs contribute majorly to the US economy to an extent with an approximate of 45% of today's Fortune 500 companies are being owned by immigrant entrepreneurs. There has never been a shortage of opportunities for anyone on the soil of USA to be the next successful entrepreneur and create a legacy for the world to remember and their next generations to be proud of. All you need to do is to pivot your strengths and your weaknesses and take a smart decision today. Hi, my name is Rahil Sheikh and I'm a business consultant and investment migration expert based in the USA. In my firm, Startup Business Bureau, we provide consulting and management services for foreign investors and entrepreneurs who want to set up their businesses in the USA and pursue their American dream. Unlike the past, like 10 or 20 years, 30 years ago, when there was a scarcity for the resources available for anybody who wanted to start their business or who wanted to do something unusual and who had a dream to change the world in the future. While today, there are adequate resources available for anybody who want to do something different or who want to take a next step and who want to achieve something extra in his life. There is no excuse acceptable today if you wanted to do something different or if you wanted to do something out of the box, but you blame on the situations or circumstances or the limitation of resources around you, there cannot be any logical excuse, restriction, or a limitation for you to not achieve something if you have ever tried for or if you have a passion about. Can you believe that none of the today's top world companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, or any of these top-notch companies didn't have the resources available when they started, which you have today? In the today's world, it has become much more convenient and easy for anybody to delegate the different tasks of his organization and remain focused on exactly the main core business, what he or she is capable of doing it. No education, no experience, neither the resources, nor the investments, nor the skills. There is nothing in the today's world which can stop you from taking your step towards launching your own business or building up your own business. If you do not have a creative idea coming into your mind, and that is something which is stopping you from taking a right decision or taking a decision of switching your current 9-to-5 job career towards a successful business model, and that's fine. You don't need to be always creative, but rather instead of being creative and reinventing the wheel or making some big innovations of the world, you can find in your particular locality, in your local areas, you can find a niche market and you can see and identify and evaluate what particular thing or service or a product is required in that community, and that product or services you can bring it from somewhere else where there is already a lot of work has been happened on it, so you can just bring it and you can start serving in your community. If you believe that you don't, in the today's world, in the startup ecosystems, when the world is, everybody's talking about the innovations and the applications and the MVPs and all these kind of a big tech words, and you believe that you are not a tech savvy, and that is something which is stopping you from launching your own startup, then you are at fault, because today there are tons of technology experts which are available in the market to become your co-founder. You can find a lot of them who can be your technology or tech founders, and you can still focus on your main business. You feel a lack of personal traits like your confidence or your presentation skills or any kind of business ideologies. There are consultants and coaches available all over the market. You can find the best of the people in your area and you can help them to build up your empire. You don't need to be a good accountant today to start a business. You don't need to have a good finance background if you need to start a business. You are not required to be an operational assistant. There are a lot of virtual assistants and operational assistants, or everybody is available. There are a lot of companies available to outsource all that kind of a projects to them, whether it's an accounting related or a finance related projects, or your even call center. There are a lot of call center outsourcings are available. You can outsource your call centers and customer services departments. You can outsource your sales departments, business development departments. If you are afraid that you are not good with the marketing, there are marketing agencies available all around the corners. You can find the best of the marketing agencies and let them handle all of your social medias, all of your marketing campaigns and marketing strategies and everything. If you are focused about the media campaigns, there are media agencies available who can take care of your medias, who can take care of your press releases and all that sort of things available. If you think building up an office for a startup company, that costs a lot of hundreds and thousands of the dollars, then there are co-working spaces available all over the places which can just cost you a few bucks, and you can have a very fancy, fine, luxurious office space with a high-speed internet connections. If you have the lack of funds available, all the Silicon Valley is loaded with the funds. They are loaded with the investment dollars, and they are looking for the right opportunities. They are looking for the right founders with the right skills and the right ideas. They are ready to invest. So, starting from the funds, starting from your ideas, your technology, your operations, your planning, your strategies, your coaching, every single thing is available. All what is required from you is to have your passion, to show your dedication, and take a step forward towards changing yourself and the future of your next generations. And then you would be in a position that you can do some big things. And tomorrow, who knows, you would be the next Facebook, you would be the next Uber, you would be the next Amazon. There is no shortage of opportunities. See how ideal is this situation, wherein today the businesses become so convenient to launch, but it has become more competitive and difficult to survive and sustain. Launching a business is very easy. I told you, all the resources are available. Everything is available at your doorstep, just at your computer, at your laptop. You can gather all these resources, and you are good to go to launch your business. But is that enough? I mean, if it is enough, then why 90% of startups fail? Because after availability of all these resources, what is left behind is your passion, your dedication, your focus, your consistency. Businesses have stopped happening gradually. This change is exponential. In this today's fast market, in this competitive market, where everybody is having the access to all the resources available, who will succeed is the one who take the right decision at the right time with the right passion, and you gather all the right resources around you and you take a right move. So it's a time for you to take the right decision and move on with your life. It's a time for you to take a smart decision. It took years for Mark Zuckerberg to build up Facebook. It took years for an Uber to become what is Uber today. But for you, the opportunity is that in just a few thousands of dollars, you can find a clone of an Uber model, and you can find an app or all the IT skills and developments exactly the same way what Uber is doing. But do you think that is enough for you to become successful? It took years for Google to become Google, for Facebook to become Facebook, for Microsoft to become Microsoft, and taking the place of Amazon where Amazon is today. If we talk about Alibaba, where Alibaba is today. But all of these technology platforms are available for you, ready-made in the market, in just some few pennies, as compared to the original amounts of investments and times and efforts which everybody of these founders have put into their places. But do you think having the access to that technology platforms is sufficient to become a next Facebook? The Facebook becomes Facebook not because of the availability or scarcity of the resources. Facebook becomes Facebook because of the passion and the dedication of Mark Zuckerberg behind the Facebook. So do you have that passion to take your business to the next level? You need to find your inner self. You need to find your creativity. You need to find your opportunity. You can gather all of these resources and you can take a smart decision and build a better future. So stop bothering about any lack of resources or opportunities available to you and start finding the right niche for you to take your next step towards your better future. You can ask any further questions or raise any concerns if you have with regards to how to utilize the resources and start building up your new business today on the comments of this video, or there are all the contact details available. You can reach out to us and we'll be happy to answer you. Thank you. Have a good day.